Hi there, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Maki and I'm the Nerd Reseller. This channel is all about us sharing our experience so we can grow together. I have my paper here so I can give you all the right numbers, and this What's Sold Sunday goes from June 14 through June 20. By the way guys, in this video I'm gonna try to go back to the way I was doing before, because I noticed that you guys had some curiosity about my retail arbitrage. So I just want to give you the numbers so you guys can understand that sometimes when I'm doing retail arbitrage, I'm not doing for a big profit, but I'm actually thinking about a quick flip. So on June 14, I had just one sale. It was this Moen Madsen sweater. It was actually a pretty sweater. The problem I had was that I couldn't find the stock picture. I found one that was really similar, and you guys gonna see here, and it was so pretty. So it had a lot of attention, but because the brand's not like too known, it took a while to sell. Also because I bought in, I think, January or February, and now it's summer, so I thought it would take a few more months to sell. This sweater sold for 20 bucks, and after fees and my cost of goods I made 13 bucks. It was new with tax, by the way. Then on the 15th I had one sale on Mercari. It was this Free People Plum Lilac long sleeve shirt. It was funny because to be honest, this is from the week, not the previous week, but the week before, and like I sold one sweater and one long sleeve. And actually this week, if you guys want to see the next What's Sold Sunday, you guys are gonna see that I sold, actually today, on the 27th, I sold 3 sweaters and 1 long pants. Like, what's going on, guys? Here in Florida we have like 100 degrees, so doesn't matter. So that was on the 15th. So I sold this Plum Lilac blouse. Was from Free People, was new with tags. It was a retail arbitrage, so I sold it for 28, and after the 10% fee from Poshmark and my cost of goods, and also for this one I paid shipping, so I got back $14.08. On the 16th and on the 17th I didn't have any sales. Gloria, you were talking to me about how your sales were down. My sales are actually down too. I just didn't notice before because I had so many new good stuff, but now that I'm selling the old stuff again, I saw that it's pretty bad. Then on the 18th I had 3 sales. First was this Madewell Cali blue jeans. I think it's Calibu, the name of the style, and it was a size 30, so it had lots of attention. I had sold one that was, I don't know if it was exactly the same, but if it wasn't the same, it was similar, like the week before. And this one sold in like 48 hours. So this one, it was a retail arbitrage. I sold it for 55 on Poshmark, and after fees and my cost of goods I made $29. It was new with tags. You guys are gonna notice that all my sales from this week were new with tags besides one item. So there is a pattern there, but also I don't want you guys to think that it was just this reason, because actually I wasn't sharing as much my Poshmark closet that sells the pre-owned clothes, because I was focused on selling those retail arbitrage items that have been selling really well for me. Then I saw this Free People Brian Pink bodysuit. I sold it on Vinted, and on Vinted they don't have fees for the seller. They have just a tiny fee for the buyer, that is just in case if something goes wrong they can give your money back without them losing anything. So I sold it for 15, and after my cost of goods I made $10. Then I also sold this Dunning-Burg yellow bag. This is funny because I only sold one Dunning-Burg new with tags before in my life, and it was actually by coincidence exactly the same bag. Like, I found it once at TJ Maxx and I thought, well, I mean, I'm sure I can flip it for a little bit more, and I did. And then a while ago I went back to TJ Maxx and I found this one also for a good price, and I said, I know I can flip this one for sure. So I sold it for 100 on Poshmark, and after fees that was 20 bucks, guys. We don't feel that 20% is a lot, but it is a lot. I sold it for 100 and they took 20 bucks from me. Bon, it's okay. What can we do, right? I sold it for 100, and after fees and my cost of goods I took home 40 bucks. This was my best day by far. Then on the next day I had 4 sales, but they were small sales. So First, I had my last Lily Pulitzer swimsuit. This one was a tiny mistake because those Lily Pulitzer swimsuits, I knew I was going to make just a small profit, but it would be a quick flip, right? But the thing is, they had to be the right color and the right size. If you don't have one of those, you can still sell them, but it's gonna be for a lower price, and also it's gonna take a little bit longer. So this one, it was size 14 on the hanger, so I thought it was a size 14, and a size 14 is a great size for a Lily Pulitzer swimsuit. So I bought it, and when I got home I noticed that it was a size 4, and it was this blue color that you guys are going to see here. And as I told on the last video, if you guys didn't see, please check this link here on the top with my What's So Sunday playlist. But this blue color, it doesn't have too much of the Lily Pulitzer feeling. So when I saw that was a size 4, I knew it was the last one to sell. I was sure that I couldn't lose money on this one, but I also knew that it would take a little bit longer. Although it took less than 2 weeks to sell, that's not too bad. So I sold it for $70. The other one that was exactly the same one but was a size 12, I believe I sold it for $75, and the other ones that were in this color I sold for $85. So you guys see, okay, so I sold it for $70, and after fees and my cost of goods I made $12. Then I sold this magic suit, blue floral tankini. Actually, I was kind of bummed that this one didn't sell faster because it was actually really pretty, but I think the brand is not too known, even if it goes for kind of a higher price. So I sold it on Mercari for $21, and after my cost of goods and the fees I made $14.90, all those new with tags. So I also sold this Free People pistachio bralette. When I get those Free People bralette, I know that my profit is gonna be ridiculously low. The only reason I have them is because I sell lots of Free People, and sometimes people like the bralette and they bundle with something else because lots of Free People clothes, they go well with bralettes. So I sold this bralette for $10. Also, usually I ask for $12, but $10 is fine. So I sold it for $10, and after my cost of goods and fees I made $2.72. And then I also sold this Free People tie-dyed berry combo tee. This one I was worried because it was tie-dye, okay guys, so tie-dye is always going to sell, you guys don't have to worry about that. But the problem was, first, it was oversized like most of Free People shirts, right? And also this was a size large, so it was gigantic. Then when I read the feedback the people gave to Free People about this kind of shirt, most people were saying that the shirt was too big for the style because it had this strap on the back and it was supposed to stay on the shoulders, right? So I was worried because I sold this and it was a large, but the person didn't complain, they accepted. So I sold it for $28, and after fees and my cost of goods I made $12.40. This one also sold in less than 2 weeks. So on the 20, I had just 2 sales. First was this Chico Florals. It was embroidered and it had like stripes and it had flowers. It was like a pretty shirt, but it was hard to describe. And it had some glitter, whatever. So I sold it for $14, and after fees and my cost of goods, and also this one I had to pay the shipping, I made $8. This was the only one that was a new with tags out of all my sales from this week. And also this one was from a haul, so if you guys didn't see, please check my playlist that has all my hauls, and then you guys can see how much I paid, what else I bought with that, and also you guys can see how long it took to sell. It wasn't too long, I think a month maybe. And then I sold this Lily Pulitzer, I think it looks whatever, it's the athletic line of Lily Pulitzer. I'm not sure, but I believe this line is kind of a newer line, so it's a different kind of material. They have the most beautiful colors and the style is really cute. I actually paid $20 for this one, and this is high, guys. I just paid because I never sold this line before, and I just want to see how people were like looking at it, if people were liking it, if people wanted it. And I also wanted to try it now on summer, because if I try on winter, probably it would be a different result. Because I paid $20, I couldn't sell it for less than 40 on Poshmark, otherwise I wouldn't make any profit. This was I believe an extra small, so that was actually another red flag that was kind of making me realize that this can sell, but you have to find it for a lower price. So there was this lady that she was so interested, but the problem is she offered me $15 and I was trying to sell it for, I believe, 50, not 15. So I contacted her and I said, you know, I am willing to sell it for 40, but I cannot go any lower for this model. I tried to explain that because of coronavirus, some of items we had to pay a little bit more because we are still looking for new merchandise and blah blah blah. And with that I countered 40, and with that she said, oh, I understand. And then she countered 20 and I said, oh, sorry, I think I wasn't clear. I was trying to explain that I cannot go any lower than 40. And she said, can you sell it for 18 with a discounted shipping? And I was like, you know what, there is no way I'm gonna make this sale to this lady. So I just countered 40 again and left with that. And for a whole day, she didn't say anything else, right? Then on the next day, she countered 25. I was like, oh my god, she really wants it, but I cannot sell for this price. Then I messaged her again and I said, I'm so sorry. I can see that you want this so badly, but I cannot go any lower than 35. With 35, I'm barely making any profit. So I countered 35. She countered one more time with a lower price and I countered with 35. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna change the price for 35. And if you want, you can buy it, or otherwise somebody else is gonna buy it for 35. And I knew they would, because most people are selling those for around 50, but they are bigger size. So after a few minutes probably thinking, she finally bought it for 35. So after Poshmark fees that took $7 of these 35s and my cost of goods that were 20, I made just $8 on this. Honestly, I'm not mad at all. First, because I made a profit. Second, because this was also sold after a week that I listed, so my money didn't get invested on this top for too long. And also I know she's super happy because she wanted it so badly. So just to finish my numbers here, my total of sales for this week was $396. And after you take the fees, the shipping, and the cost of goods, I made 164 out of profit. Just one more information, all the items were new with tags besides the Chicos that were it looked like new but it wasn't. And also 6 out of 11 items that I sold, so actually more than half of the items that I sold in less than 2 weeks. I'm gonna put here on the top if I already recorded, but I want to talk about it on a quick flip tip, that sometimes you don't have to worry about how much you're gonna make as long as you can make a quick flip. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below how have been your sales, if they are down too, because I have been having a few non-sales days. And I see you later. Bye bye.